Okay, so we'll look like do a quick price update on Bitcoin. I think we have a continued uptrend. I think this breaches the RSI from the daily, so looking into next week. Pretty strong movement out once we got the bullish cross below the MACD trend line. And so potentially, a move like that as a breakout confirmation here. You have a slight narrowing of the channel a little bit, so we expect to cross a little up the channel. And it'd be interesting what it does, right? So we could see a cross and then a curve up towards bullishness, right? And so this cross could be a buy opportunity. This cross trended down, right? So you want to be careful in these kind of decision points here. But for now, till I would say, let's say here. So this curved out and curved over. The decision point was 1, 2, 3, 4 days in. So about Thursday, this we might see a cross of this MACD peeking out over the RSI and decision where to go. I do think there would be a little sideways to downtrend at this moment, and then little green candle out, large green candle out would be one potential scenario. As for today's price action, again, we do see so hourly also does have some bullish momentum. You have a bullish cross after some bearish movements. So I expect another RSI breach on the hourly. Come down a little bit. Probably not make it down to the full channel. I don't think that happens until we get a daily cross. Looking at larger time frames here, let's look at the weekly. That's the 4 hour. Okay. So weekly, we have a nice little curl up. So we may have reached the widest part of the gap on the weekly here. So we've been bearish since April, which is more or less played out. And it looks like the market makers were playing the widest gap, and when the blue line here started to move in, that's when they pulled out. Nice little bearish crash. So some bearish momentum left. That being said, when this crosses back over, we're in bullish territory again. I do expect us to come out of it, and this is the last bull cycle. And so we have a cross at the top of the channel, pump up, and that be the end of the bull market. Potentially. It would be a very early, confirming the left translated bull market. Again, we're looking for an end of this market when these two things cross again. So, likely another shoot up out of it. So, interesting times ahead, but end of the year on this channel, likely how I see it coming to fruition here. So this coming up, and we'll see wherever that gives us as far as price target wise. That's on the monthly scales. So that's the overlook of Bitcoin, looking bullish all around. with the potential top in sight on the larger time frames. So even though this crosses at the top of the channel, again, I expect this big parabolic pump up. 150 to 250 would be my approximate top charts based on the power law, but you really just rely on these indicators. Once it's above the RSI, is a good time to get things on exchanges if you do plan on selling, whatever your long-term holding pattern. And that's a good time to look at scaling out a little bit. And anytime it shoots way above, this is 2017, that final shot above was where it's out, but you see it's getting a little less aggressive every time. This is the mid-cycle pump. I expect it to breach again. And we'll see where that second breach is. The second top was at the top of the weekly RSI. So this is a kind of awareness zone. And if you get a way high peak and across, again, that would be time to consider your position. Interesting that we have this so high up. Again, I expect this to be a big pump up and exciting end. Most people will be wiped out, but that being said, market is what it is. Yeah, the first market's for learning, really. So